Greetings, everyone, and welcome to our power time. This time of the year is honoring the goddess Durga, the goddess Lakshmi, Shrimrati, and the goddess Saraswati. In the past month, we have been coming together as a global community. As per Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings, he's guided our souls to come and enjoy the blessings of the goddesses during the warm-up or the preview to Navratri, and then all the way through Navratri. And this is the victory night, the dance of the goddesses. They have rooted out negative, congested energies inside of the earth plane and on other planes as well, and inside of us. So we've been able to commune with the goddess energy, the Kundalini energy. We've been able to fight those dark forces such as anger, frustration, depression, sadness, confusion, frustration. It is a very frustrating time, especially during this COVID lockdown. And we don't know what's going to be happening with our economy, with our financial situation, and also with our relationships or our job or career or business. So there's a lot of uncertainty, and it can be very frustrating for us. So the goddess has gotten into us, and she said, there's no room for that. Even though that whatever is going on around you, you can find peace, you can find energy, and you can have that grace and the blessings flowing through you despite what's going on all around you. So it's been a time of cleansing. It's been a time of energization. It's been a time of empowerment. It's been a time to face our fears and to go forth. And with the goddesses' guidance internally, then we know exactly what we need to do. So this last night together, it's such an honor and a pleasure to be of service and support. My name is Sucharita, for those of you who don't know me, wishing you all a very warm welcome. And it is Sunday, October 25th, 2020. Now, Dr. Pillai is going to be doing a special initiation fire lab into the goddesses that will ask him to come into the earth plane. So I'm not sure if you can still register for that. You may be able to go into Pillai Center Academy and check it out there. And then if you do decide to jump in, it's going to be at 12:30 midnight. So that's going to be, 12:30 after midnight. So it'll be 30 minutes after midnight. It'll be 9:30 tonight Pacific time. So 9:30 p.m. Pacific time is going to be 12:30 a.m. Eastern time, and then 4 a.m. UTC, 10 a.m. IST. So those are the timings. And if you decide, hey, I want to participate in this, you may be able to enroll and then get into Pillai Center Academy and access the link, the call there. The link will be available to jump in from Pillai Center Academy. Otherwise, it will be an evergreen program, meaning that you can still participate even after, because it will be a snapshot of energy. It will be a snapshot of the goddesses coming in. So the energy, the power, the initiation, the grace, the blessings from Dr. Pillai will be captured in that time-space continuum. So you may be saying, you know what, the goddess wants me to be there, and I want to be initiated by Dr. Pillai himself as he performs the fire lab for the whole world. So, and then everyone who will be sponsoring, including yourself, if you have already sponsored it and enrolled in it, you can access the fire lab details through the Pillai Center Academy, and it's called the Initiation with Dr. Pillai into the Goddess. So without further ado, let's get into this event. So what we're going to do is we are going to ask the divine, ask the goddesses to help us to experience success, to experience fulfillment, satisfaction, joy, happiness, grace, blessings in our lives. be grateful for what we have, and then we'll be full of greatness. And when we feel that greatness, then we respect ourselves. We have high self-esteem. We have the highest self-esteem, but we keep covering it up. We keep cowering away. We're afraid to express our fullest potential in any given moment in time. So the goddesses are our energy, and they are power, and they won't be quiet. They will just push us to experience laughter, joy, energy, empowerments, uplift ourselves. Even when we're feeling like we've had the world's worst meditation or the world's worst day, how could it get any worse? We will know that internally it is the goddess cleaning out, just like we would take on cleaning out a closet or the garage or the cupboards, or we just start scrubbing the whole place. It's tough. It doesn't feel great. But then once it's finished, that cleansing process, the energy shifts, you shift into a different state of consciousness. You're happy, you're joyous. Or if you're working on a project and you're just struggling and you have obstacle after obstacle and everybody's arguing about what to do, and it's just such a battle. And then all of a sudden there's a breakthrough, and you go to the finish line and you present the project, and it is a success. So that's what we want to experience, success as we go forward with the goddess. Some people might feel like Navratri has ended and they feel unplugged. Like, where did all that fabulous energy go? And that's why Dr. Ply shares, listen, you're going to be initiated into the goddess during these 9 nights and previous to that as well, especially here, everybody who's been joining this global community chanting and meditation on the goddesses Durga, Lakshmi, Shrimbrzi, and Saraswati. So the goddess of courage and strength and energy and power and high self-esteem is the goddess Durga. She removes dukkha, which is suffering. And then the goddess Shrimbrzi, who is the form of the goddess Lakshmi, although the form of the goddess Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi, who is fierce. She just wants to destroy poverty consciousness once and for all, not having enough, not feeling good enough, not feeling beautiful or handsome or educated enough or skilled enough or technological educated enough. So that's what the goddess Lakshmi will do, is she will say enough of not saying you have enough, not enough. She'll just say, just crush all that. I want you to feel abundant. I want you to feel prosperous. I want you to feel beautiful, healthy, vital, happy, have incredible relationships, have healings on so many different levels. And also to bring your little piece of heaven on the earth plane and live it. So that's the goddess Lakshmi, Shrimbrzi. And then the goddess Saraswati is all about destroying ignorance, that which we have been ignoring every day of our life, which is to connect with our highest selves, our God selves, our soul, our divine mission in life. We're all into the karma mission in life, which is so limiting, and it causes so much suffering and so many setbacks. And joy, what? That is just low on the totem or the priority. So there is this goddess Saraswati who will make you to appreciate music, art, dance, education, children. She'll want you to get involved with educating children, helping children who need it the most, bringing in intelligence into the world, bringing in wisdom. So that's beyond the body, beyond the mind, beyond the education. So you may even think about writing or getting into technology more so than you have till this point. So the grace and blessings of Dr. Ply are always with us, and he wants to help us to do a little victory dance with the goddesses tonight. So what you'll see, or what we will do here, is I'm going to be going off to the side, and you're going to just be hanging out with the altar behind me and merging with the images there, as well as Dr. Ply, and ask for the blessings to unfold in ways that you haven't been able to experience right now. And then not only have an experience during this meditation or chanting session that you feel all happy and joyful and energy and so on, and you release stuff and you have a catharsis, or you pass out and you feel like you just went on a mystical, magical dream plane ride with the goddess. Whatever happens to you, we also want to set our intention. So we want to call on the goddess, but then she's going to come because we're calling on her. And we're calling on all these different aspects, but we have to give her something to do. We have to give them all something to do. So it may be a prayer. Dear Goddess, Durga, Lakshmi, Shrimbrzi, and Saraswati, please give me blank, whatever it is that you want. No, don't say blank. Please give me whatever it is that you want her to give. So right now you can write it out. You can pop it on the chat if you'd like to share it that way, or you can say it out loud. You can say it internally, or you can just say, you know what? I'm so confused. You decide what is the best thing for me right now, because there's so much going on in my life and I don't know what end is up or which decision I should make or what is my true purpose. So the goddess will start to activate that energy inside of you, and then you will get clarity. When you have clarity, then you can take the steps to create. If you'd like to write it down, you can do that. If you'd like to think about it as you're going along, the best thing to do is people who say, well, I'm confused. Should I pray to the goddess Durga for this, the goddess Lakshmi for that, Saraswati for the other thing? And the goddess energy is an intelligence. So if you want to manifest a car, you want to manifest a home, you want to manifest health or a healing, you want to heal your relationships with others or experience a healing in the relationships, you want a job, you want to start a business, whatever it is that you want, it can be two or three things. And then you can just simply write it out, speak it out, think it out, say it, and then leave it as if you're just putting it at the feet of the goddesses. And then the goddesses will just pick up your prayer and go, yeah, no problem. So what they will do is they will activate that intention so that you are just absorbing all their energy, all their blessings, all their intelligence. And then as you move away from this practice today, then you will experience as if those manifestations have already happened. And that's the victory dance of success on the 10th night of the goddesses. So after the Navratri, Nava means 9, Ratri means nights. So Navratri has ended here in Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And now it is going into the 10th night, which is to bring in super intelligence, wisdom, all the blessings of the goddesses, and put them to work. All right, so by now you've posted whatever it is you want to honor the goddess with. And honoring means, hey, you're going to chant her name, worship her internally, call on her, bring her energy into the earth plane as best you can, and give her something to do. That's the reciprocation. And it's a covenant between the humans and the divine, always, 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 forever, across the religions, across the cultures. We need to do something for the goddesses, the gods, the divine beings to come into the earth plane, give them something, and then they will be able to help us. So we're going to help them, to help us, to help them, and then we will evolve and they will evolve. All right, so let's get into it now. You can be closing your eyes and putting your attention internally. We're going to set the stage. We're going to call on Lord Ganesha to remove the obstacles. We'll call on Dr. Pillai, and then I will move away from the video camera, the screen, and then you can just be merging with the altar, all the images there, or you can be closing your eyes, or you can be doing a combination of both. And then if you do decide that, hey, I'm so exhausted, I just want the goddesses to kind of do a psychic surgery on me, and I just want to pass out, you can do that as well. Whatever it is that you need to do, just be natural. Don't fight it. If you're frustrated, keep sticking with it all the way through, because maybe something is coming up to the surface that needs to be cleared. And right at the very end of the chant, as Dr. Ply finishes up, you may feel it release and you'll be like, ha, freedom. All right, so close your eyes, put your attention internally. We'll call on Lord Ganesha to remove the obstacles for this experience to be so profound and move you to a new level of understanding what success or victory is for you, or manifestation is for you, creation is for you, with the blessings of the goddesses. So Ganesha's energy is reddish orangish in color. Pour that light frequency down your legs, into your feet, out the soles of your feet, and shoot that energy into the core of the earth. The earth is Mother Goddess Earth. And at the core of the earth is intense heat, fire, Kundalini energy of the earth that will purify anything that is no longer serving you, and then transform that energy. So it comes back up from the core of the earth, through the bottoms of your feet, the soles of your feet. Your ankles receive the light, the reddish orangish light, moving up the shins, the calves, the knees. The knees are where the ego is really stubborn. And the stubborn karma is in the knees. That's why when we pray, we get down on our knees to crush the karma and crush the ego. Move that energy, the reddish orangish light, up the legs, the thighs, into the pelvic region, the lower chakras. Imagine an elephant-headed being. He has a pot belly and he rides a mouse. He'll remove the obstacles. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now imagine a ray of light shooting up your backbone, piercing all the chakras, the energy centers that are stacked up on top of one another in the spine of the subtle body. The beam of light pierces these psycho-spiritual centers, radiating out into all directions. The light pierces the top of the skull and goes into the space, up, 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 sending out a searchlight for the goddesses, an SOS. Come and help. Set your intention, your prayer, and let it go. Visualize Dr. Ply appearing before you in a form you're familiar with, or a light. Receive 2 beams of light in your eyes. 2 beams of light entering your eardrums, piercing them and filling up the inside of your head your brain with light. 2 beams of light shoot up your nostrils, piercing the pituitary between your eyebrows on your forehead, just above the bridge of your nose. Then moving up about an inch above the pituitary is the pineal or third eye. A beam of light pierces the third eye. Another beam of light enters the mouth, piercing the tip of the tongue, lighting it up. The middle of the tongue, lighting it up. The back of the tongue is lit up, and the throat lights up. Finally, a beam of light enters the top of your skull from the space above, piercing it, sending light into the brain. The neurons fire, and the whole body lights up. Once again, merge with the image of Dr. Ply in a light, enlivening your body, your mind, your soul. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namah. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namah. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namah. Now focus your attention on your left nostril. Breathe in through the nostrils, and your attention is on the left nostril. And just breathe regularly in and out. The attention is on the left nostril. Move into the spot between your 2 eyebrows. The pituitary gets activated with your attention, your attentional energy. Then move up about an inch above the pituitary on the forehead, activating the pineal or the third eye. Once again, your attention is on the left nostril. All your attentional energy on the left nostril, moving that energy up the nostril, activating the pituitary between the 2 eyebrows, just above the bridge of the nose, on the forehead. Move up an inch on the forehead, activate the pineal, third eye. One more time. Left nostril, all your attentional energy on the left nostril. Moving up, activating the pituitary, spot between your two eyebrows, on the forehead, just above the bridge of the nose. Your attentional energy moves up an inch above that spot. Activate the pineal, third eye. Enjoy your practice, and we'll see you in a bit. Durgaye Namah. Om 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 Durgaye Namah. Om
Shri Saraswati Namaha. Aim 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 Saraswati Namaha. Saraswati Namaha. Aim 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 Saraswati Namaha.
And slowly, slowly, let go of the chanting, the meditation process. As you're coming back to yourselves, you can take notice or observe what's going on with your body, your thinking process, your mind. Do you feel the energy of the goddess enlivening your soul? Which goddess did you resonate with more so than the others, or all three, or two? What did they say to you? Did they reveal themselves to you in an image, a feeling, a sensation, an emotion, or having clarity, being brought to tears? Are all signs of connecting, communing with the goddess. So thank her for your experience. Thank Dr. Pillai for guiding you on this journey of self-discovery, awakening the Kundalini energy, the goddess energy inside of you, whether you joined for all the nights, some of the nights, or just this night, listening to the recordings. The goddess knows what you can and cannot do. And whatever you've done is perfect, because here we are today, honoring the goddess inside, the goddess in the cosmos, coming into the earth plane for the final hours, getting ready to be initiated into each and every one by Dr. Pillai through the live fire lab that will be happening in a few hours from now. Once again, make a prayer of gratitude, and then slowly, slowly come back to yourselves. You're welcome to share your experiences. Hi, everyone. We're back. So people have been posting on the chat, and I always love reading what's going on the chat. So Jyoti is saying, hi, Sutrita, thanks from Ohio. So grateful to Dr. Pillai, sir, and your full team for this committed service to humanity. So grateful and praying to the goddess for all good things for all of us. Thank you so much, Jyoti. Lovely. Lots of gratitude coming here on the chat. Carol is saying, Durga got into my heart and stirred things up. Thank you, Durga. Awesome. Self-love, only love is sharing. Saraswati has been my favorite this Navratri. Wow, that's awesome. VSMLY is saying, thank you so much, universe, Dr. Pillai and Chanting team and all. May God bless us all with a lot of blessings. Musumi is saying here, Pranam Ma Durga and Dr. Pillai and team, all my pure consciousness family members. Lovely. Hengyu Wu is saying here, more than a decade ago, both of my parents left their physical bodies, and I'm always conscious, aware of their spiritual essences, protective presences, and with much love for all of the relatives and ancestors. That's so beautiful. Evelyn is sharing, Teacher Saraswati, when praying to Ganesha, the legs must be on the ground, not crossed, right? How about other deities? You can do whatever is natural for you. There are no hard or fast rules with Dr. Pillai. Dr. Pillai wants us to be able to experience the communion with these divine beings. The Holy Spirit manifests as all these different divine beings. So whether you're sitting down, cross-legged, straight-legged, lying down, have fallen asleep, it doesn't matter. As long as you are doing your best to honor the goddess energy inside of you, and then also to pray sincerely, and God or goddess knows what you can or cannot do. So hopefully that answers your question and a little bit more explanation around just do your best. Be sincere, be open, be wholehearted, and the goddess will allow for the grace to flow through your body, your mind, your soul with ease. So lots of people from all around the world. Claire is saying, thank you, Sutrija and friends, for the past 25 days of chanting to the goddesses. Very uplifting, spiritual, calming for the body, mind, and soul, spirit. Claire is saying, pray for more loving kindness, friendships, connection with family and friends, and the world on earth, more better, good, healthy body, more prosperity, money. Thank you. Blessings for everyone. I love that prayer. Adrienne is saying, I cannot find the link to tonight's initiation. Please post the link. I won't be able to do that. So what you can do is go into Ply Center Academy. If you have purchased the initiation through the Premier program or the Essentials Premier program or just the initiation, then you can access it through Ply Center Academy, go into your course, and then you will see the call details, and then you click on that, and then you can get the link from there. It's a paid service, so I can't post it here. Sorry about that. Business breakthrough, success, clearing, cleaning, organizing my home and office, releasing all that I no longer need easily and effortlessly. That's great, CDW. And it's wonderful when we see people posting their intentions, because sometimes we don't have any idea about what it is that we want to start with or continue on with. We get so confused, or we haven't manifested, and why bother saying it again or doing it again? So it is, you just keep going until it's done. You never quit your life. You never quit doing what you're doing until you get to your goal, until you reach your goal. And sometimes it may take a lot of years, but in the meantime, you're going to be experiencing joy and happiness, knowing that whatever you've asked the goddess to help you with manifesting, it will be so fabulous that it will be worth the wait. Maybe we just need to learn patience, persistence. Katina is saying, I always resonate with the goddess Saraswati is my favorite. I feel the tingling of the wisdom in my hands and feet, embody her presence and light. Thank you, gratitude to you and the goddesses for the gifts. I got hit with a lot of energy, still hitting hard in my chest. Durga makes me cry. Shrimbrazi lit my palms up, and Saraswati came in as a red light. All three were on me. Wow, that's great. Yogini is saying, I've had beautiful dreams of being one with the goddess. My birthday was a few days ago. Oh, happy belated birthday, Yogini. Happy birthday. What a great time to have your birthday during Navratri and the goddesses. Oh my. So helpful and empowering for me in my life this year. Shrimbrazi. Now that we've been introduced to the goddesses of 2020, then we go forward these next 365 days ahead until we meet again, or more or less, until we meet again next year with the goddesses. We want them to be guiding us and manifesting for us. We're going to tell them what we want. It's going to be a no kidding. So some people will feel that as we're getting unplugged from the goddesses in the coming days, we'll feel like, oh, wow, what just happened? How come I don't feel the power and the energy coming from the goddesses? That's why we want to keep chanting and keep meditating on the goddesses. Maybe you'll decide to take one of the programs in Ply Center Academy and then merge with the goddess in those initiations down the road. So keep the goddess in mind, keep chanting, keep meditating on her. She'll guide you, and the money will come out of nowhere. As we've heard from so many people, oh, I didn't think I was going to do the remedies. And then all of a sudden the goddess came into my third eye and she was just like, you do this one. And then the person said, oh my God, I didn't think that I had the money. And all of a sudden money came. And so that was a no-brainer. Okay, I'm doing it. So, and then with Dr. Ply doing the initiation, you might think, oh, I can't afford it. But later on down the road, maybe you will be able to, and then you'll want to get that initiation with the goddess coming into 2020. We need this goddess energy the most because the goddess in general is the creatrix. So our life is so uncertain. There's so much upset. There's so much upheaval. There's so much conflict, and we're confused and we're frustrated and we're angry. We're upset. We're COVIDed out. We're tired of this. We want it to go away. And so the goddess, we have to call on the goddess, because it will only go with divine intervention. Otherwise, we just have to continue doing what we're doing. And then when we call on the goddess, she will give us that energy, that lightness of being to navigate all these tricky times, and then to also manifest in spite of it. So Instante is saying here, grateful for this community goddess, a special Navratri, blessed, thank goddesses. Thank you, Babaji, Sutrita. That's lovely. You're very welcome. It's all Dr. Ply's grace and blessings that we're here, and your grace and blessings. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have anything to do. I'd have lots to do, but I wouldn't be doing this, which I love. So thanks. Thanks for coming. Evelyn is saying, I heard you say legs grounding. So I think you're asking me about the meditation with Ganesha. He's grounding your energy. So whether your legs are crossed or whether they're straight or whether they're you're doing yoga and they're over your head, it doesn't matter. The energy is a grounding energy because these are the lower chakras in the legs. So it's not necessarily a positional situation physically, because the divine is spiritual. It doesn't have any physical boundaries. What we want to experience is the goddess while we're relaxed and while we're receptive, and whatever that feels, whatever position that is for us at any given point in time, that will be a grounding energy, because we'll be focusing on Ganesha grounding us. Some people are in a lot of pain. Some people have arthritis, or they have some disease of the body, and that limits their ability to sit cross-legged or to sit with their ankles crossed or whatever. So that's why Dr. Ply says, you know, that used to be in the old days when you sat at the feet of the guru and you didn't have a life that you have now. You were just a student of the master, and then you were brought up that way since a young age. So you adopted a lifestyle where you were doing that every single day. So a lot of us are getting on a spiritual path, and we're coming and going. We're doing all kinds of other things. We are in the world. We're being impacted by so many different karmas. So it's not so easy for us to get into different padmasanas or cross legs or whatever to get grounded. You just think grounding, call on Ganesha. He's a grounding energy. He's the god of success. So that's more important than to do it right. Okay, so Yasmin is saying love and gratitude, love, gratitude, love, gratitude. I love that. Heaven within, heaven around us, heaven on earth. Beautiful. Katina, thank you so much. Sarita is saying here, thanks to every teacher of Ply Center helping us for all the chantings. You're so welcome. It's our pleasure. Barbara is saying, thanks to all Dr. Ply's team and Dr. Ply. I have no words to express my gratitude. Goddess is blessed. And when we're out of words, what happens? Then we're just in bliss. We're in the energy of the goddess. We are immersed with divinity. And how often do we get to experience that? So as the shift is occurring, as this transformation process is unfolding, and the transmutation of your old way of being 25 days ago till now, and then moving forward, you might feel like, whoa, this is so exhilarating, or I'm so full of joy, I don't know what to do. So please continue to journal your experiences and maybe create a vision board of images that you want to imagine yourself already having manifested with the goddess's energy. And then you're looking at it, you're staying grounded in that manifestation, those images, and then the goddesses come in. So you can make a digital vision board. You can make one that's a particle board where you're just putting the different images. You cut out images of magazines, from magazines, or inspirational notes or messages, words of wisdom, and so on, that inspire you to, or motivate you to keep going after your manifestations. That's you can go and look onto YouTube, or you can Google it and find different samples, and they're really fun to do. So that's how you will know. People always say, don't know what to manifest, because you're not seeing it. You got to see it every day, and not with your eyes, with the goddess's eyes. And how do her eyes see everything? Through you calling on her. So again, we've got to give the goddesses something to do. And then everything we have for our eye candy, we call it. So your eyes want that candy. They want everything that they want. And so when we take those images in, we store it in the back of our brain, where the visual cortex memory of visual memory is. And then that pushes forward, like the camera, the movie camera, flashing out the light onto the movie screen. So our life is like the screen, the movie. And then whatever we have stored in the back of our brains, we push those images forward, and then we see with the goddess's eyes, from the soul being filled up with the sounds of Goddess Durga, Goddess Saraswati, Goddess Lakshmi, and then all the goddesses. If you were initiated, oh my God, that was an incredible initiation into the goddesses. So check those out on Ply Center Academy. You can buy them separately, or you can purchase the whole package. And you can also go ahead and do the 48 days of remedies, honoring the goddesses, awakening that energy and that intelligence up inside of you. So whenever you enroll in it, it will be that start date for you. The team will send you an email and say, hey, we're starting on the most auspicious time for you for your remedies. And then for 48 days, you will feel the goddess growing inside of you and expanding, and not only feeling it, the energy, but you will be wanting to manifest all these fabulous things, and you will. So that is also something that will be ongoing for some time. And then with the initiation with Dr. Ply tonight, which is going to be in another 2.5 hours from now. So it'll be 9:30 p.m. Pacific time, 12:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, and then 4 a.m. UTC and 10 a.m. IST. So check that out on Ply Center on the rotating banner at the top of the page, and then see if it resonates with you. Again, they're going to be evergreen, so the energy will be there as it is, and you can go in at any time when your budget is going to be able to allow for you to do that. Then you will just know, okay, the goddess is going to make it happen for me. And definitely money will come out of nowhere. That's what everyone says. And I've had that happen too. So when that does happen, then get initiated into the goddess. Kalyani is saying here, the free chanting has never lacked its grace and magic. Thank you, Babaji, Goddess, Ganesha, Sutrita, and all the teachers. You're so welcome. Thank you. Kenna is saying here, I saw flowers forming, Lakshmi chanting, and I always see green pastures during Durgai chanting. Wonderful. Barbara is saying, thank you all. Lionel, thank the goddess, Dr. Ply, and you, community, for the energy and consciousness. You're very welcome. KP is saying, thank you all. This is the first time. Thank you to all and Dr. Ply. This is the first time I did a Navratri prayer, and it brought my family and I more closer together than ever. In fact, everything came together. Shrimbrazi blessings. Oh, fantastic. Dubravka is saying, thank you, dear Sutrita. It was beautiful. Thank you, universe. Thank you, dear Durga, dear Mahalakshmi, dear Saraswati from Croatia. Lovely. Lots of goddess energy all around the world. Deepest gratitude and love to the goddesses, Dr. Ply, Sutrita, and all the Ply Center teachers and goddess lovers. I love that. May we all be blessed and be a blessing to others. Fantastic. Michael saying, thank you, thank you. May goddesses and God bless us all. Bridget, thank you, Babaji, all 5 center teachers. It's been a real eye-opener, and I have lots of realization about myself. And when I meditate, and that's the thing, we want to wake up to some consciousness that we can evolve to, that can uplift us and take us out of the suffering that is in the world and also in our lives. It's something that we can't control. So we need some intervention. We need some providence. We need some divine being to say, hey, wake up, let go of the negativity and be something that is going to be more fulfilling, more rewarding for you. This is your birthright. You forgot about it. So go do that. So it is going to be an eye-opener, a big realization for all of us, no matter how long you've been on the path, the spiritual path, whether you've been with Dr. Ply 1 day or 1 minute, it doesn't matter. Your soul knows, and your soul is timeless. So please know that every meditation that you do is brand new. And if you say, well, I've been there, done that, you're limiting yourself. You're putting yourself into a box, been there, done that. So then what? So it's great that people are sharing their realizations, and continue to allow yourself to be like a child in the wonder of the goddess. Wonder what she's going to do now. What's going to happen today? How am I going to get out of my funk? How am I going to get out of my problems? She's going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So Bridget is saying, during the meditation, I always feel the goddesses. Yogini says, thank you, Sutrija. You're very welcome. Beverly, namaste. I was meditating on the goddess, but Lord Krishna appeared in front of me. That's very interesting, because Lord Krishna is very goddess-like. In fact, he is much like the goddess Parvati. They share the same mantra, which is Kleem. So one of the mantras to call on Krishna is Kleem, and one of the mantras to call on the goddess Parvati is Kleem, and that is the sound for attraction. So these goddesses and gods, they are so divine, they're so beautiful. The energy may seem feminine or masculine, but there are a lot of secrets. And so when Krishna shows up for you, he wants you to dance and be divine and enjoy this life. Be the goddess. Okay, Sarita is saying, gratitude to Dr. Ply, Ma Durga, Srimati, Lakshmi, Ma Saraswati, Tripura Sundari, Vyasa Draupadi, and Varahi. Awesome. Beverly is saying, how was that? I don't understand. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Oh, Krishna. Yes. Okay. I hope I answered that. Laura's saying, oh, Laura Lakshmi, most meditations took me in a place where there is no desires, and that seems like it doesn't make sense to ask for anything because there is nothing missing. I did pray though, and that will happen. And it happens to a lot of the saints. They will write about it, or the devotees of any god across the cultures, across the traditions, across the religions. And what will happen is they will be so immersed in the goddess energy, or the God energy, the divine realm. There are no thoughts, there are no desires, everything is already done. However, like Laura shared, I prayed anyways. And that is really a sign of an evolved person, Laura. So, or anyone, is that you notice, wow, I just have everything. I feel so full. And yet you take the next step, which is to say, and this is what I want. Because in that fullness, you're immersed in that energy, but now what do you want to create? So the goddess revealed to you your next level of evolution is to keep asking for what you want. So when you put into practice, which I know Laura does a lot, is journaling and visions and imagining herself manifesting and praying for manifestations. So if you're new to the teachings, or you've been around for a while and you miss that, you get confused in your meditation, or you just like, oh my God, I forgot to pray. You've already done it. So you've already prepared yourself. So even when you get into those higher states, or you've just gone to some other dimension, you don't know where you were and you forgot to pray, or you remembered to pray, but you didn't pray for everything, you've already done it. So Prayer begins with you setting your intention. You're asking. So you must ask the goddess. Ask and you shall be given. That's from the Bible. If you don't ask, you won't get it. Paraphrasing from the Bible. So if you don't ask for stuff, you won't get it. So ask, ask, ask. And then you say, well, I'm kind of shy. I don't know if I deserve it. It doesn't matter. Be like a kid. They are jumping up and down for that toy from Toys R Us until they get it. They scream and yell. And the parent says, no, you're not going to get it. And finally they get it. Even if they did scream and yell, even if the parents did say no, they get it. So keep going after what it is that you want. Having your journaling, writing down your goals, writing down your wish list, your prayers, setting your intention, having your vision board, whether it's digital on your phone or on your computer. You can just save pictures, images from the internet into a file folder and just look at that. They have this thing called mind movies. You might even want to do that. Create a little 2-minute mind movie about everything that you want to manifest and keep looking at that. And that information is going to go into your brain. It's going to bypass your thoughts about whether you deserve it or not. It doesn't matter. Or whether you remember or not. It's already in there. And then when you go in your meditation, the goddesses already know what you want. And here's the thing. Even if you forget to pray, they will go, oh, good, you forgot, because I'm going to give you a Mercedes instead of a Toyota. Not that a Toyota isn't good or not so good. It means that she's going to give you more. She's going to give you even a richer experience. So keep praying and keep doing your journaling and your imagery. Katina is saying the mantra you say to Ganesha, can you put that in text? Sure, I'll do that. Nasa is saying here, I'm speechless. It's so fine. I'm happy and blissful. Thanks, goddess. Dr. Ply Sutrita Cinema is saying that as well. Sue, hi, Sue. Durga is in my heart. I must admit, I did not want to chant tonight. Oh, another time, Sue. My goodness, you're persisting anyways. Awesome. Having some doubts creeping up, feeling some anxiety. And that's what happens. We don't even know what's in our baby toe or what's in the hidden crevices, those secret places where it's really dark, but you see a little bit of light and you go in there, you're peering in and it becomes like, ooh, I don't want to look at that. So we lock that away and that energy becomes negative, congested energy inside of us. And no wonder we don't want to go and do our spiritual practices because there's something holding us back. So regardless of what you think or feel, you did it. You pushed yourself. Even if you don't feel like something is joyous or happy in this moment, you're really feeling what's blocking it. And most of us are delusional. Most of us are thinking, oh, life is fine. Or we know that, God, life sucks. And you can't push past that. So we must keep doing our spiritual practice. And one day it will break through and you will feel the freedom of it. So each and every one of us has very tough karmas. And why we do is because we wanted to experience the highest manifestation of ourselves. So if we don't have tough karmas, if life is easy, we won't go after our spiritual path. We won't know the sweetness of it, even if the guru came or the spiritual master came and said, I'm going to give you the philosopher's stone. You'll go, what is that? They'll toss it away. And then you'll come back and you'll go, oh my God, where did it go? So even if you're feeling, like unblissful, everything that represents the opposite of bliss, it's a good sign, because once you push through that, it may take some time. So it's just going to be like cleaning out the garage. Until you're done, it's done. But in the meantime, it's a pain in the, So keep going. And then Durga also gets rid of some deep-seated sadness And it's not even like it could be memories, or it could be problems that you had, abuse, whatever it is that represents like deep seated hurt and pain. Durga will take you to that next level of your evolution, which is to feel energy and to feel power and courage and bravery. So you just keep going no matter what has happened to you. And she will give you the strength and the courage and the blessings and to remove that suffering. So on some level, we really wanted to, cry our hearts out. And even after all that is gone, there's still this angst, this existential angst, where what's the meaning of life? Pain is in the heart or in the body. And Durga will keep digging. She's got all these weapons in her arms. I think there's a statue behind me with lots of weapons, and she's got a smile on her face, and she's peaceful. But she stands for that ability to just keep. The weapons are like psychic weapons. So you look at a sword, and what does a sword represent to you? You don't have to know about these from the Hindu tradition or Buddhist tradition. The meaning of it, you can just, a sword, what does it do? It just cuts through everything, gets you to the truth of who you are. It just hacks away at anything that is disturbing you. So she may even go into your heart and just say, everything is going to be okay. And you're going to feel that connection to the divine, because our deep-seated, the deep-seated pain that is most prevalent, I would say, all around the world, regardless of wherever you are in life, is that you were disconnected from God. We don't know who God is or God consciousness is. We haven't felt it. We can't sustain it. So Durga will go in and just destroy that paradigm that you've been raised in, or whether you've brought that from other lifetimes, and she'll just crush it. So keep calling on her, and then you will feel the relief. Trust me. Durga was my first name that Dr. Ply gave me, spiritual name. And then he gave me the goddess Saraswati Sucharita next. So I'm very familiar with Durga energy, and she was there rooting out all kinds of doubt, anxiety, depression, anger, frustration, mad at the world, mad at everything, mad at God. I laugh at myself now. What? So, but it's painful as you're going through it. So give her the pain and let her crush it. She will. Sui is saying here, deepest gratitude to the Guru, our Guru, goddesses, all teachers and all. I became more faithful and blissful. Awesome. Faith is utter positivity. You become positive. You're optimistic for no reason. Nengai is saying here, so much of blessings and so much gratitude to Babaji, All the Ply Center, to create this immense pulling energy to divinity. Fabulous. So welcome. Huni is saying, I feel so protected and rested despite what's going on in the world. These chants are truly a blessing. Thank you. It is. Because see, what the mantras do is they protect your mind from being bombarded with negativity, doubt. You already have enough going on. Why do you want everyone else's? So mantra, tra comes from the word protection. Man is from the word mind. And so it protects the mind. It creates this force field. And then each sound of the mantras, each sound, each syllable has a meaning, and it builds that consciousness. So these are the building blocks of the goddess's consciousness, all the qualities, all the characteristics. So that has been built inside of us, and it's radiating in and out like a breathing now. So you're going to breathe the goddess energy that much more readily and easily, since you've tasted it, you've felt it, you've experienced it, you've touched it, you've merged with it, you've purged with it. You've done lots of different things with it. And it's a no kidding. That's your own experience, and no one can negate it. So keep moving with it. Evelyn saying, Teacher Saraswati, is there a Zoom for Fire Lab today? Seems nothing there's there. I saw the live tube, just tune in, heard my name, come back here. So the Fire Lab, Evelyn, is if you haven't joined the Ply Center Academy Premier Program, then Dr. Ply's initiation into the Victory Day, this is the last day for the goddesses, it's the 10th day. After Navratri, the 9 days, the 9 nights. And so Dr. Ply is going to do a live personal Fire Lab. So that's where you can access that on Ply Center. Check out the rotating banner for everything that's happening with goddesses. Scroll down and you will see that's there. And then you say join and you will see the different ways to join. If you are in the Essentials program from Navratri plus the initiation, you may have upgraded. Then you just go into Ply Center Academy, into that course or that program. You can be in the Premier program and it's already there, as I mentioned, and then you can also get it separately. So purchasing it separately. You will then access Ply Center Academy, go in, once you pay for it, then you go into Ply Center Academy, and then you can access the call from the live call details. There are live Fire Lab, it will say, and then you would click on that. And then you'll see the link, and then you can join the Zoom call by the link. Other Fire Labs are going on at Ashraved, so you can check that out if you participate in those paid services. There also, the recordings are there too. Sujata, thanks to Babaji, all goddesses and the teachers, the whole group here, we could transform ourselves and offer our prayers to the well-being of everyone on this planet. Yes, Amelia is saying, thank you very much, Sutrija, and all the teachers who have guided us through these Navratri chanting for 25 days. That's awesome, isn't it? Congratulations to all of you. Even if you were here live for everyone, or you weren't, or you came and went, the goddess knows what you can and cannot do. So congratulate yourself and just say, hey, I went with the goddess and I feel good about it. And that is no judgment from anyone. You participated when you could and how you could. And then these recordings are going to be available. So if you want to catch up the ones you missed, or you want to start from the beginning, you can do 25 days again. You can continue to merge with the goddesses with these free recordings. And then that will also help you to keep connecting with her. You can just fast forward it maybe to the chanting session part of it. You can review the discussion if you want. Nalini is saying here, infinite gratitude, appreciation for all efforts put in by Dr. Ply and the whole global community for making our consciousness level rise after each session. Definitely a superb spiritual journey. Oh, fantastic. See, we love this feedback from everyone because we can share the feedback. Dr. Ply always wants to know, how did everyone do? Did people show up? Did they have great experiences? Because it's his blessings, his grace. We're just hosting it. He's really there, grabbing your soul. Your soul and his soul are connected, and you're going on a little journey. And he's introducing you to the goddess as per your karma, or as per your dedication, your devotion. And it has nothing to do with anything else but you showing up. And then he's present to you showing up, and his gifts are abundant. So that's great. Yogini is saying, such a great month here with you all. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ply, for appearing in my life. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And if you're wondering why I'm reading this out, is because the chat disappears. And I want to capture this in audio, video, so that the recording can be there and can inspire people, because it's you. Everyone here is having such great experiences and also challenging experiences. So people who are going to come across the YouTubes, these YouTube presentations, they will be like, wow, this is cool. There's people who are coming from all around the world and having all these different experiences. They're so committed. What happened to them? I wonder what it was. And then they will be able to join the journey. So Odette, Anna saying, thank you so much. Yogini, thank you, Sutrita, for your wisdom, wonderful energy, beautiful altars. I love, these altars that I set up. It's really the goddess. I just go, well, I wonder who wants to join. And they change all the time. So thanks for noticing and for acknowledging and appreciating. My first Navratri, more to come, Yogini says. Nandini says, today I saw Babaji and Bala Tripura Sundari in the meditation. Beautiful experience. Thank you, Sutrita Babaji and All Apply Center. Laura is saying, I'm watching the screen and the chat scrolling, and I perceive so much joy, light, and a new level of wellness radiating from everyone in here. That is the world-changing energy. It's huge, deep gratitude. It is. And we think, well, how are we going to change the world? And Dr. Ply says, you don't know what you just did. You think, oh, I just hung out with these people from all around the world. I joined YouTube and I listened to this chanting. You don't know the extent to which your participation, your blessings for everyone, because when we join together at the level of the soul and we bring in the goddess or God energy and we have the master to guide us, the world is going to benefit. The world is going to benefit. How does that work? Well, it's kind of like when you got a headache, you take a Tylenol. The pain goes away, you're happy camper. So you do this, you participate, you don't know how it's all going to roll out, but you've done something that you can be very proud of, very happy about, and enjoy being selfless. Most of us do stuff to get something. So this is a time where we can come together and we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but immersing ourselves in this consciousness at this time of the year, praying for ourselves, praying for the upliftment of the world, and then having a spiritual master like Dr. Ply is like kudos, kudos, kudos to you. So it's great. All right. So Cinema is saying the Bala mantra, how do you pronounce Sau? I'm calm, seems Sau Bale Namaha. Well, I'm not sure what mantra that is. Maybe you can go on to that website that you got it from. Nalita is saying, thank you all for making me feel a part of a great spiritual family. Hey, you're very welcome. I hope you come again. Hey, which reminds me, Skanda Shasti is coming up. Dr. Ply wants us to do more free calls for everybody. We are going to continue to support everyone all the way through this COVID time. So there are going to be free chanting calls for Skanda Shasti, which is 6 nights of Lord Muruga. So we're going to find out all about Lord Muruga, who gets rid of, he's a warrior, he's a spiritual warrior. He gets rid of enemies, diseases, debts, litigation, anything that is harming us, anything that is no longer serving us. It's going to be his time. So 6 nights, just like the 9 nights of the goddess, it's going to be his time. The different aspects of Skanda or Lord Muruga, so many other names of Lord Muruga, and he is going to be coming to the earth plane to root out some really negative congested energies. So we'll find out about that by jumping over to Ply Center and grabbing on it to a newsletter, or if you're in one of the programs, come to Power Time Practice. That's through the YouTube. It's on Saturdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, and I am hosting those calls for the past 8+ years. It's so awesome because there's so many people from around the world, and all the people from different programs, courses, events, trips to India, trips around the world with Dr. Ply. Across over the years, they come to that Power Time Practice to find out what's happening in the week ahead or the month ahead. And then we share what Dr. Ply's latest and greatest teachings are. So it keeps you engaged and keeps you posted on what's up next. So Skanda Shasti is going to be this next set of chanting sessions, free chanting sessions, as we move into the month of November. So, and also the Religion of Religions, check that out. It is so powerful. Dr. Ply's done some videos on it already. It's on Ply Center, so check out the rotating banner at the top of the landing page or the home page on Ply Center. and you'll see Religion of Religions, and it's free. And there's an anointment that Dr. Ply is going to do, and he wants you to sign up so that he knows who's going to come and get what type of anointment. So that the Holy Spirit has said, you need to do this for the people. So he's doing so much for everyone to be able to stay afloat, stay above all this harshness of the reality that we're living in. And it's global. It's pandemic with the COVID, and it's global challenges. It's not local. It is everyone. So Dr. Ply wants the gods and the goddesses to come in, and he's offering all these free services so that you stay uplifted, you stay connected, you stay out of funky states of being. And even if you do drop off, come back. So Skanda Shasti is the 6 nights of Lord Muruga. Religion of Religions is something that you want to look into. It's fabulous. Sujata is saying here, during one of the Navratri sessions while chanting Shri Mrizi, Babaji traveled through my spine and taken me along through to my crown chakra to the unknown and introduced me to Varahi. Oh, that's fantastic. Varahi is the goddess of the golden age. So there are ways to honor the goddesses. Dr. Ply has created a temple just for goddesses in India. He bought land and he was going to develop it for his own personal use. And the goddesses said, you don't get to do that. So there are huge statues of the goddess Varahi, the goddess Lakshmi Shri Mrizi, the goddess Angali, and one more goddess. I think there's one more. Vyasa Draupadi. So check that out. You might want to sponsor those fire labs and the ceremonies that are going on. And then someday the goddesses may get you to come to India and you can go hang out there. And it is just like being in goddess heaven. So check that out. Now that you've been introduced to the goddesses, who knows what kind of adventure you're just about to embark on, and continue to enjoy the blessings in your life. And then your spiritual path will open up in fabulous ways you can't even imagine. And that's so much fun. That's what keeps you going in life. All right. So I'm looking at the time. We've been together for about an hour and a half. So let's wrap it up. God bless you all. Goddess bless you all. Thank you so much. Thanks to all the Ply Center teachers who participated, hosting these beautiful sessions with you. Thanks to Dr. Ply for guiding our souls to come and be full of the goddess energy when it's the most powerful time of the year. So please write in to office@plycenter.com or programs@plycenter.com and let us know how you're doing, and let us know what you felt about participating in this. Even though we've captured it here in this one session, many of you have been sharing and will continue to experience and unfolding, and you want to share it. So when we do that, it really uplifts others, it encourages others, it motivates others to get on a spiritual path. That is the way out of the challenges that we live in now, and we'll continue on. So Goddess bless you all. Namaste.